I was born in a small village called Shenge in Sierra Leone, West Coast, Africa. I have 7 siblings, and my dad used to work in rice farm to take care of all of us, and it was just a way of living in the village. In 2009, September 8th, my life was changed. In the middle of the night, we woke up to a phone call saying the boat that left the village had capsized in the middle of the sea. And that was my father and my aunt and my cousin, and with all their goods, and there was a lot of soda that was in the boat with them. So with the waves hitting both sides of the boat, end up splitting the boat in two, and the soda in there exploded in the middle of the sea. So that contaminated the water and killed most of the people that were in the boat. So after my dad passed away, maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, the orphanage that was started by Erica Rust heard about the incident that happened in the village. So they sent people out there to investigate more about the incident, what caused it, and they went and talked to the families. The parents died in the boat accident, and they said, we would like to help yours out if you are willing. And then my mom and my uncles all talked about it, saying we won't be able to financially support everybody, so we have to find a way to get them into the orphanage for them to have a better life. Life in the orphanage, it was very difficult because we have caregivers in the orphanage, but we also have to help oversee our little siblings. With your little siblings, you have to protect them also, so you always have to stand up for them. And the caregivers in the orphanage used to always almost like poke at us, saying, you guys are a big family, you guys will never be able to get adopted all together. There's no lady that, or there's no people in the States that wants a big family like that. So we were in the orphanage for 3 years, but after a year of being in the orphanage, that's when Haley came into the picture. My mom, she went there to visit. She had all the name tag of all of us on her shirt, and so you just go find whoever have your name tag as they are coming, because we have to welcome them into the orphanage. And then we saw all those pens on her shirt, and then we were like, oh my goodness, this lady is really wanting to sponsor all of us. And then she was like, yes, we would like to sponsor all of you guys. And then she just kept coming back, and she was really a mother to us. Just the affection she shows. She's like, I didn't give birth to you guys, but I really love being around you guys. And she just cares so much about us. We just fall in love with her. And then my dad came in 2011 to visit the orphanage, and then with him too, we just fall in love with him. Later on, I think a year and a half later, that's when they started talking more about adoption. And then when mom talked about wanting to adopt all of us, we just started crying, because the emotions of all the aunties or all the caregivers telling us we're not going to get adopted all together, we're like, it's not you guys that have the saying in this, it's God who is going to see us through, and whatever God's plan was for us, that's what's going to happen. So we left the orphanage that night. When mom and dad said, we are coming home, she gave us the paper that gave you your name and then what it meant. And then so with that, we were like, wow, that is so cool that you guys were able to pick names from the Bible. And my mom said, since I was the leader of the family, they gave me the name Michael, as Angel Michael, protecting the flocks. And also my dad's name is Michael, so there's nothing better than that. So I'm just modeling after my dad. So it's really cool to know where my name comes from and like the role that I played in my siblings' life. Soccer, I've always been a big inspiration of mine, because growing up, that's the only sport I knew how to play, and really enjoyed it. Came to the States, went to Grace Christian Academy, was there for 3 years, and then just talking to Coach Levy, through that I just felt comfortable with him, and things really started flowing just from him interacting with my high school team, and we just built that bond together. And then my junior year, he invited me to come up here and train with the guys and giving me a tour of Trevecca. And then after that, I just fell in love with the university. And every single day in the locker room, we will do a Bible study before we even get on the field, which was huge, just to see the big picture of it's not all about soccer. Soccer is a form of worship, so you have to use what God have given to you to glorify Him in the game. Always know that it doesn't matter what you are going through. Christ, once you have Him in the center of everything, things will fall in its place. So I feel like all what I went through was a preparation for what God has for me in the future. I'm just like, God, you brought me from the bushes of Sierra Leone, and you are not going to leave me now in the desert or in whatever situation I'm in now. I'm just going to fully trust you and let you lead my path. In Philippians, we talk about the joy of the Lord is my strength. Just know the joy of the Lord, and the Lord is always going to be by your side. And in James 4:8 says, draw near to me and I will draw near to you. So just knowing the more you come closer to God as a friend and just talking to Him through the things you're going through, then He's going to come in your weakness trying to lift you up.